Hello friends, this is a next lecture related with the digestion and absorption of metabolism of carbohydrates. So in this lecture we are going to talk about the glycolysis, since it is very useful for the students who are actually revising or preparing for exams in a very last minute. Okay, so what is glycolysis? This is simply a breakdown of glucose into two molecules of pyruvate. Okay, this is also known as Anaerobic pathway. Why it is known as Anaerobic pathway, such a long name? Just because this is described by Anaerobic and Parnas. Okay, so where it actually present, okay, where this process takes place, this actually occurs in all tissues. Okay, so it occurs virtually in all tissues, such as erythrocytes and nervous tissues. These are the tissues which mainly derives its energy from glycolysis. Why this pathway is very unique, just because it can utilize oxygen if available. It can function in the absence of oxygen. Alright, if it is at the presence of oxygen, then the phase is known as aerobic phase, and if the process is in the absence of oxygen, then the process is known as anaerobic phase. Okay, so let's just talk about what is aerobic phase. In aerobic phase, we should know that oxidation is carried out by dehydrogenation and reducing equivalent is transferred to NAD. Okay, reduced NAD in presence of O2 is oxidized into electron transport chain, producing ATP. Okay, but in anaerobic phase, NADH cannot be oxidized in electron transport chain, so there will be no ATP production in electron transport chain, but the NADH is oxidized to NAD by conversion of pyruvate to lactate without producing ATP. Alright, in anaerobic phase, it limits the amount of energy per mole of oxygen oxidized. So hence, to provide a given amount of energy, more glucose must undergo glycolysis under anaerobic as compared to aerobic. Okay, the enzymes which are involved are extra mitochondria. Alright, so these are the enzymes. If we talk about the biomedical importance, this pathway is meant for provision of energy. This is the main fuel of energy. Okay, so it has importance in skeletal muscles, as glycolysis provide ATP in even absence of oxygen. Muscles can survive anoxic episodes. In heart muscles, what happens? It compared to skeletal muscles, heart muscles is adapted for aerobic performance. It has relatively poor glycolytic activity and poor survival under conditions of ischemia. Okay, so in the next lecture we'll continue glycolysis. There are some stages of glycolysis. Okay, so and the reactions of glycolytic pathway.